Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. I've had a happy mail. Look what I've got. I'm really looking forward to this. This has been in my Amazon wish list for ages. And this was sent to me by Elesha from the channel Crafty Coven. Thank you so much, Elesha. This really made me smile. And I can't wait to pour this and put it all together. So this is the Stargate Infinity Mirror. So I am going to measure this mould. Let's pop these away. Measure the mould, and then I'll come back when it's time to pour. And then we will put it all together. So I will see you back shortly. So this measured at about 120 mils. So I am going to make a little bit extra just in case. I'm using Apex High Gloss because it's a nice runny viscosity, and there are lots of little nooks and crannies in here that I want to make sure that the resin gets into. Also, you might see that the mould is actually wet. That's not water. I measure my moulds with alcohol, so I don't mind so much that I've already got a pigment paste off my gloves on there, look. I don't mind so much that there's little bits of alcohol in the bottom there, because that'll aid in getting rid of bubbles anyway. So the colours that I've chosen to do this, I'm going to do it as a dirty pour, but I'm going to use Morning Ruby, which is one of Create Bloom's new super chameleons, and Stag Beetle Black. So let's go with the Morning Ruby in that one. That's got slightly less in. That should be plenty. That is such a beautiful colour, but I do want it to mix in a little bit with the black, which is why I'm going to be doing the dirty pour. And then if I do anything else to it, that'll very much depend on how it comes out when I demould. I'll make that decision once I've demoulded it. But there are like hieroglyphics going around the edge. Might try and do something with those. Look at that, stunning. Right, let's leave that for a minute and just see if any powder comes up. Grab another stick. And this one is our Stag Beetle Black. Let's have a little check on the Morning Ruby. Looks good to me. I'm just going to throw it all back in the cup that I originally mixed it in. And we're just going to alternate between all of the colours. Well, I say all of the colours, there's only two, both of the colours. The Morning Ruby makes me think of an oil slick. Okay, let's bring the mould in and get started. So I'm going to pour very slowly. And then have a little root around the corners, all of the little detail in there to make sure that there's no bubbles. And I think I'll give that a tap as well. And maybe even a little spritz, because I can see the odd bubble coming up there. And then we'll carry on. Okay, I think we're looking good there. I'll keep an eye on it. That is bowing just a little bit, so I'm going to probably find something to put there just to keep it flat, because that does need to stand. Obviously it needs to be something that will stand the heat in here, because I'm going to be using the curing machine. So let's move that. I'm going to find something for that, probably another mould, because we know that'll be safe in the machine, and get this turned on, and I will see you back for the demold. This is cured now, and just to recap, it was a dirty pour mixture of stag beetle and morning ruby, both from Create and Bloom. So let's pop it out, see what we've got. I'm actually quite nervous about putting this together. This is the easy bit. Okay, well that looks pretty good. Can't see too many bubbles on first inspection. Okay, that's really cool. So I'm undecided whether I'm going to do anything with these, but I suppose I could do that after anyway. So the next thing we do is put in the lights. Now the wire goes through, can you see the little notch there? So that sits in there, and then it gets stuck down like that. Okay, I think this is going to be better with no gloves, to be fair. If I can get this bit started. It's a bit fiddly, but it is doable. And that should fit perfectly in there, which it does. Cool. I thought that bit was going to be way more difficult than it was actually. Right. So the next bit is the mirror. Now that is a little bit bubbly around there, but that's okay because it will give the mirror something to grab hold of. So you get a mirror and like a two-way mirror type thing, and the normal mirror goes at the back, I believe. Just making sure that it fits okay. Seems to need quite the push in. Do you know what? That actually is such a good fit that I don't think that needs gluing in at all. So I'm going to take off the cover. There we are. There we go. Looking good. And then the other bit is just going to sit in there. Now that bit is going to need gluing, I think. Yeah, it will. And it literally just sits on this inner ring there. The next ring around has got sort of brick lines in, so you know where it's going to sit. I want to get this started off because once the glue's on, there we go. So I'm going to use some E6000. Shouldn't need very much. Want to use the minimum amount of glue because you need it to sit flat. And I'm just going to pop it on with a microbrush. It's just occurred to me that I probably could have used the new high tack from Create and Bloom, which I've got some of, and that would have probably been perfect for this, but I forgot. Okay. Now I've got to make sure that I get this the right way round. So let's take this other side off and have a look, because it's got to be mirror side out. And actually they both look the same to me. Okay. So I'm going to drop that on and hope and pray that I have got this set up right. I know I've got fingerprints all over it now. I did not think that through. I should have put gloves back on. But it should work. I guess there's only one way to find out, isn't there? So I'm going to take that one out, which means one of my lights is going to go off. Yes. Oh my gosh, look at that. That is so cool. I really hope you can see that. I need to stand up and see. Look at that. Oh my goodness me. I feel like I'm looking down there and I'm seeing forever. That is so cool. Look at that. This is an awesome little kit. Look at that. How cool is that? So I do need to let that glue dry. And then once that is dry, I will give the mirror a clean up, take some glamour shots. I may off camera do something with the hieroglyphics around it. I actually think it would look pretty cool with a little bit of gold in there, but I'm not sure yet. I guess you'll find out when we get to the glamour shot. So yeah, thank you so much, Elesha from Crafty Coven. I really appreciate this happy mail. It has really made me smile, so thank you. This was a lot of fun to make. It really was. And it's such a cool idea. It really is. I think this is probably going to go pride of place on my husband's desk. So yeah, and then I'm going to get some more of the mirror kits because yeah, I just think they're great. It's just awesome. I mean, gosh, look at that. How wicked is that? It's the little things, isn't it? Little things please little minds. Anyway, if you like what I'm doing, please pop a like on the video and subscribe to the channel. It's a couple of little clicks, it's free, and it really helps me grow the channel. Links to everything that I've used in this project will be down in the description, and also a link to Elesha's channel. So thank you, Elesha, for sending me the happy mail. I really appreciate it. So there'll be links to my Amazon wish list, to buy me a coffee, and the buttons to join the channel as a member, and the super thanks button, and everything that comes in from those goes straight back into the channel. Thank you to all my members and subscribers. I really appreciate each and every one of you. And all that's left to say is thank you, everyone, and I will see you in the next one. Take care, guys. Bye. That is just so cool.